Hi everyone, this is Rich from Smack Talk, and a little bit of flash news at the moment. I've just been emailed a survey by WWE. They do these every now and again for network subscribers, and really interesting questions being asked in this survey. It says WWE is considering adding new programming to WWE Network as part of a premium price tier. Listed below are some potential new programming ideas. Please let us know how interested you are, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, first thing, tournaments, new in-ring tournaments, such as Pro-Am style tournament, WWE versus NXT, which sounds great. Then we get to the really interesting part. TV-14 in-ring show, or a, in inverted commas, new weekly version of ECW, or other edgy new promotion, rated TV-14. Straight off the bat, clearly WWE is reacting to, I presume, the boost that Lucha Underground has had by, presenting more edgy programming. Noticeably on Raw and SmackDown, things are becoming more edgy, use of the word shit and bastard and all the other profanity that has been gracing our promos lately, and more besides. But how do they go about, do we really want another ECW revival? The last time we had this was in 2005, which was a great one-night stand pay-per-view. Fantastic pay-per-view. Then we got ECW on Sci-Fi, and it was shit. It was crap. It was so bad. I don't even know. If it's going to be that again, really don't think we want that. But otherwise, yeah, if they're going to do it properly and let Paul Heyman run it again, bring in some young, hungry talent from Japan and places like that, and they're not going to get wasted on NXT, like Shinsuke Nakamura getting held on NXT for so long, guys like Bobby Roode, they're coming through to WWE and getting held back in the, really what is a developmental brand. Let's face it, regardless of what they tell you on TV, NXT is developmental. So there we go. Anyway, moving forward, we then get, even more interestingly, but not surprisingly, Ring of Honor. Historic and new programming from Ring of Honor. So WWE has always been referencing Ring of Honor throughout promos, throughout vignettes, when they bring in guys like Finn Balor or, Seth Rollins specifically, that have wrestled at Ring of Honor, Joe recently as well. They show footage from Ring of Honor. It's been a staple for years. But having it on the network is a whole different kettle of fish, especially considering that Ring of Honor is an active promotion. So that's something that's really interesting, because if you get an active promotion on your network, does that mean that show is going to be aired on that network? As in live? Because it says there, historic and new programming. Now, again, does WWE buy Ring of Honor? Or do they just buy the rights? Who knows? Very interesting new development potentially there. And then the really big one, TNA. TNA, Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling. It says here, TNA, historic and new programming from TNA/Impact/Global Force Wrestling. That's huge. Because that, realistically, outside of New Japan, is one of WWE's biggest current rivals. And that's saying a lot, because TNA wasn't that big. Global Force isn't currently that big. So, but they have a lot of working relationships with AAA, Lucha Underground, and so on. So what happens there? Because that's even bigger. Are WWE looking to get Global Force/TNA/Impact from Anthem Sports? So what's going on? Are WWE starting to look at the marketplace, looking at, in inverted commas, indies, and then thinking, hang on a minute, there's a lot of mileage to be had out of this programming and content. So what are they going to do? Naturally, in the options boxes, I've ticked extremely interested, because these are huge things. This isn't just like a little throwaway survey now. This is like alarm bells going off all over the place, because WWE asking its consumers, asking its network subscribers, do you want to see Ring of Honor and TNA and ECW? Yeah, just a bit. That'd be awesome. TV-14 rated ECW, cha-ching. Ring of Honor, cha-ching. And TNA, cha-ching. That's massive. And then we get other promotions. And this is, again, really interesting. Going back to what we said earlier about Ring of Honor and TNA, we now get historic and new programming from ICW, Progress, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or other regional indie promotions. And again, this plays into what I said before. It sounds to me like WWE's realising that guys like the Young Bucks, guys like Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, or Cody, and the litany of guys that are making huge names for themselves, selling masses of merchandise worldwide without WWE, I think it's finally resonating with them, and they're going, hang on a minute, we're not the only big dog anymore. We are not the be-all, end-all, the major leagues of wrestling. Now it's global. So now I think they're starting to realise we got to grab what we can when we can. So yeah, this is all very interesting. The survey goes on, asks you to tell them in dollar amounts how much you'd be willing to spend on each of these things. So I don't know what they're really planning with this, because it is very different. But yeah, just wanted to get a very quick take on what's going on with that, because it just popped up in my news and I thought you guys would be interested in it. But anyway, let us know what you think in the comments below. Obviously give us a subscribe, share the hell out of it, and whatever happens, keep on looking at Smack Talk, because we're going to be bringing you a lot more content very, very soon. Goodbye.